education, our motherland receives life. The vital breath of prudent education instills a virtue with enchanting power. She lifts the motherland to highest station, and endless dazzling glories on her shower. And as the zephyr's gentle exhalation described the matrix of the fragrant flower, so education multiplies her gifts of grace, with prudent hand imparts them to the human race. Yung first paragraph, ang interpretasyon ko doon ay kahit na pumalpa ka sa isang bagay or kahit sabihin nadapa ka or hindi mo na kuha natapos, ang mga tao lagi silang gumagawa ng way para matapos nila yung pag-aaral nila, makamit nila yung tagumpay na gusto nila. Yun. Tapos, second paragraph, for her, a mortal man will gladly part with all he has, will give his count purpose, for here are born all science and all art, that brows of men with laurel fair enclosed, as from the towering mountain's lofty heart, the purest current of the streamlet flows, so education without stint or measure gives the peace to land in which she lives. Tapos yung second paragraph, nag-aral silang mabuti, tapos nung parang naiintindihan ko parang then graduate, parang nangyayari, yung naging successful na, kaya yung country, parang successful na rin yung may security na, kasi nagkakaroon ng security yung country, kasi may matatalinong tao na kayang lagpasan yung studies, na kayang graduate. Yun, parang yun yung pinagmamalaki ng country isang country, yung matatalinong tao na at saka yung kayang graduate, kayang makapagtapos ng pag-aaral kahit sobrang hirap financially, and yun, utak na rin, parang ganun yung pagkakaintindi ko. Thank you!
Fourth stanza, it says that knowledge and wisdom are enlivened and emboldened with the young. So through education, or with the sort of education, they are able to identify errors, or they can correct it. So they are able to find fault in the seemingly faultless fabric or earthly knowledge and smother it with truth. And through education, mas nirespeto sila or mas respetado sila dahil sa mga nagawa nila or mga ideas na naiambag nila sa mundo. So, para sa kanila, a good education ang sagot sa mga problema like criminal acts or unlawful pursuits. Even nations who wish nothing more than to divide, conquer, and control are silenced when they are open their ears to the voice of wisdom, which stops hatred and its track and promotes the welfare of the people. So even savages can be a champion if they are just given an opportunity, or they are just afforded with a good education.
Knowledge has no limits. So, in this poem, knowledge is likened to a spring that nourishes everything its water touches, because the spring of knowledge is everlasting, and there is no end to it.
Aking interpretasyon po dito ay pinapakita po dito kung gaano po ka importante yung ating kaalaman sa ating sarili. Dahil ito po ay isa sa magiging susi para makapag-build po tayo ng future. Yun, para po makatulong din po sa magulang. Which in the brace of virgin humankind, she the light living flame, the goodness bright, the hand of the first criminal doth bind, and in those brace will surely for delight, which the sick her mystic benefits to find, those soul she set aflame with love of bright. It is nobly fully grounded education that gives life to life, surely consolation, and as mighty rock aloft my tower above center of storm, deep and scorn of storm on first so whisper power or fury of waves that raging sweep until their first made hot rage spent they cover and thrice at last subside and fall asleep, so that take wise education by the hand invisible should guide to sign of Motherland.
The achievements of an educated man are not forgotten, and he passes his wisdom on the generations that come after him. He becomes a beacon to his family and sets a good example for the youth. In this stanza, Rizal also stresses the great importance of a Christian education, as opposed to one that lacks the spiritual aspect, which he obviously considered an essential cornerstone. The poem ends in the splash of color as the author likens a good education to lights of the sun and the aurora. Great wisdom picks no favorites, young and old benefit from it and delight its joy. Rizal closes the verse with an image of his country with the sun overhead as a sun that embodies the virtues and wonders of a good education, which he dreams for every citizen to enjoy.